Testing, testing, 1, 2, testing. Testing, testing, 1, 2, testing. Testing, testing. Okay, baby. Okay, baby. Okay. What's going on? What's going on? All right, all right, all right. Get some more people on. 1 second. Appreciate everybody coming on. Appreciate everybody coming on. Let me just get this. All right, so you are tuned in. Let me just get this live started. Thank you for all those who's watching. We're gonna address some things. Hey, Occupancy Heroes. Hey, hey, hey. All right, let's see. All right, guys. Thank you, everybody. All right, let's give it a few more minutes. We're gonna get this party started. We're gonna talk about a market update as well. Hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? What's going on? What's going on? What's the dilly? What's the dilly? What's the dilly? My YouTube people, please bear with me. We're gonna get started. All right, yeah, let's get this party started. We hype, we live, we got everybody in. Let's get it. Thank you. Appreciate everybody for being on. All right, so yeah, this is what I want to talk about, man. I want to talk about this. First things first, we're going to talk to this prison to guru pipeline. That's correct. So with the internet and everything that's going on in today's market, not only have we seen this in the real estate market time after time, but we're seeing this in other situations now. I don't know if you guys pay any attention to Spencer Cornelius, but he just covered the trucking lady and the lady who went viral for making $100 million in trucking. And apparently, he digs some deep in digs. He done some digging, and she has been getting evicted from places to evicted from places from going back as 2017. He has the receipts on his channel. Also, he also is multiple lawsuits of people wiring money for 35,000 and not receiving goods sent. Somebody tried to link up. Somebody tried to fly out there to see what was going on, and of course, the excuse they got was, "Oh, one of my trucks was stolen the night before. I'm not going to be able to meet today after the person flew into town." And this person wired in about 35, 40,000, and apparently they were supposed to get a truck, and they was supposed to be hands off. This person was supposed to do all of the disposition, right? Like they handling everything, they getting the contracts, etc. Right? So, oh my God. So supposed to be doing all this, and they got nothing. And there's multiple lawsuits with this happening that I want to say Spencer uncovered about 3 that we know about. So it's probably more to drop now that he got his eyes on that situation. But let's talk about this. Who else did this? We've seen Caesar do this. Like Caesar was so bad, he was actually taking loans on houses he didn't own and putting multiple people on the joint. All right, this was blatant fraud. I mean, the FBI just had to get in this. Like, this was just blatant fraud. Who else did this? Big business. All right. Now, from what I hear, I don't follow these people no more, but from what I hear, big business is working on paying people back. I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know if the feds coming to his door next. And I just don't know. I don't know the lady name. I just know she's in the trucking industry. Yeah, for my IG people, right? So listen, so right, so we have this is the new hustle right now. We're gonna get into why, but this is the new hustle. Big business did it, all right. But why do we keep falling for the yo? I just got out of prison. Now I'm a guru. Give me your money. I don't know why we keep falling for that, but we have to get away from that, right? We just have to get away from that, right? Like it's got the community in a chokehold. All right. Now, scamming is up everywhere. If you follow, I can't think of the page, but in all communities, right? In all communities, this is going on. The scamming is up in all communities. It's not just one particular. Everybody's scamming. It was a guy out in Ohio. He had a fund. He was taking his wife shopping on with $100,000 shopping sprees, whatever. The feds had to come snatch him. So, and you're gonna see more and more of that, right? Now, real estate, right? It went from you could buy anything, right? Literally, you could buy anything and make money to you have to actually know what is a real estate deal. So if you follow the Jay Morrison, the fund went from $11 million to 800,000 cash and $2 million in assets. How do you turn $11 million into $2 million in assets in the hottest real estate market ever? So, all right. Again, we need to stop falling for the I've been to prison and now I'm a guru story. All right. We need to start asking for receipts. This has the community in a chokehold. We got to get away from this type of thinking. All right. Not everybody that's your skin folk is your kinfolk, okay? This is not going to get better with this internet. The more social media becomes popular, the more and more people will run the same exact play, the same exact prison to guru play. Like, this is crazy. Now, as far as Caesar, as far as big business, as far as the trucking lady, they are falling under, as of right now, they're falling under the scamming umbrella. Caesar, we know, got a Fed case. He's definitely going away. This is open and shut. But as far as what Jay did, I'm not going to say he scammed. Maybe he mismanaged. Maybe he didn't know and understand the real estate assets. I haven't heard a good reason on how the fund turned into 11 million to 800,000 in liquid and 2 million in assets, because with $11 million, like my man Julian Gordon stated, you could leverage about $50 million in real estate with $11 million. You know what I mean? And that's just and that's just being conservative, to be real with you. Like $11 million cash, you could do some damage. You know what I mean? Because he did that in a time where all you had to do was buy real estate. That's all you had to do. You bought real estate and it went up. He could have bought 9 cash flowing assets. He could have bought a bunch of acreage in any major city, and it probably would have quadrupled. And we're going to get to why of that, right? So I want you guys to be more on alert with who you giving your money to, who you sending your money to. This is not the time. We are in a down economy. Money is not as loose as it once was. That's why you see these influencers, they are going to get jobs that were created, these COVID entrepreneurs, now they're going to get jobs. The reason being, instead of treating their client like a client, they treated them like a hustle and just take. Everybody cannot run a business. That's why I never run with that argument that everybody can run a business. That's furthest from the truth, right? Everybody run the business that's not That's not realistic, bro. Like, this is why a lot of these people are going back to get a job. Me personally, I actually do real estate in real life, and I appreciate each and every one of you for following me because I do real estate in real life, right? So I don't have to depend on you to do anything for me because I have to go out and make money, etc. You know, with that being said, right? So after I'm gonna stay about 3 more minutes, 4 more minutes on this topic of the um, prison to guru pipeline that we have going on because it's not going to stop. People are just going to pay to get on these popular podcasts, what they've been doing, paying to get on these popular podcasts, tell you this story of how they was in prison, how they was in the streets, and now that they got out of that situation, they're allegedly a successful entrepreneur or whatever, and send me your money. I make millionaires, right? Let's slow down on this statement. I make millionaires, right? All right. A lot of people are using that, right? Like, that's something that, yes, I was able to create that net worth. However, if you notice, right, I don't go out and say, yo, I'm gonna make you a million. No, guys, I say, yo, look, I'm gonna put you in a situation where you make six figures. All right. You know what I mean? Like, but everybody doesn't want to be a millionaire. Everybody doesn't have that goal. And so you should be very careful when people say, yo, I'm going to make y'all millionaires and this, that, and the third, because they're probably not millionaires themselves. Right now on TikTok, people are looking into that trucking lady, and they're saying that, hey, man, I confirmed with the state, this person got 4 trucks. Person got 5 trucks. They said they got 140 trucks. Okay? We in the social media era. Now, being that we are in the social media area, this person also claimed that they spent $100,000 in the strip club. I'm pretty sure that somebody would have had a camera phone that would have went viral, etc. But to make $100 million in trucking, that's a big claim. Like, that's a big bold claim. That's a really big bold claim, and you should not have any evictions on your name if you made $100 million in trucking in the last few years. Like, that's a claim. You know what I mean? Please keep in mind. Speaking of trucking, let's talk about Arkansas Mo. Arkansas Mo was a dude from the reality show. Now, not saying the people name I mentioned are doing anything like Arkansas's Mo, but I will say this: Arkansas Mo did a PPP loan while we were all on lockdown, right? He claimed to have like 10 or 20 trucks, right? And he was making all these millions of dollars a year, right? On the PPP loan application. And he went out, he got the money, the $1 million or whatever they gave him, went out, bought the Rolex. That's what all the scammers were getting at that time. Bought the Rolex, bought the Rolls Royce, but now we still in lockdown, so he didn't even get to enjoy the Rolls Royce. When they got the Rolls Royce or whatever, like, the government is not going to see these transactions happen from his account to the dealership to the Rolex spot. So they came, snatched him up. They let him enjoy it for like a month or two, snatched him up. He had to take a plea for 17 years. Guys, this is not worth it, guys. This is not worth it. Scamming is never worth it, all right? So please, like, stay away from scamming, all right? Please stay away from scamming. It's just not worth it. 1 second, guys. Let me get a drink, and we're going to move on to the next chapter of this. In 2023, 60,000 agents have left real estate. 60,000 agents have left real estate. Over 60,000 agents have left real estate. All right. Now, disclaimer, guys, I am not a real estate agent. I'm a real estate investor. If y'all follow me on IG, y'all follow me on YouTube, a lot of those properties we look at are my properties, unless it's somebody else in the video and I say, yo, my man got this or she got this. Okay? So those properties belong to me. I buy and sell real estate for myself. I would get a license if the state makes everybody get a license like they did in Illinois. Okay? Then I will submit and I will get a license to follow guidelines. Okay? But outside of that, I have no intent on getting my license. I don't plan on doing that. Okay, but 60,000 agents have left real estate. Right, over 60,000 have left real estate as an agent. They left it as an agent. Let's dig in this why. Right. Okay, interest rates went up. Sales slowed down. Okay, interest rates went up. Sales slowed down. Now, do you know, right? When that happened, the only people that were able to maintain and still making money in this particular climate as an agent are people who have systems, took the business serious, and were doing business. Okay, they were actually doing business, not posting. Now, real estate sales, real estate does not matter if you have a BBL, right? That doesn't matter, right? Um, these men, real estate as an agent, it doesn't matter if you're fit, if you know what I mean, you claim to be good on the eyes, whatever, pause, you know what I mean. I don't judge men looks, but it like that doesn't matter. The only thing that matter, are you doing business, right? So I want you guys. I don't like. I want you to let's look at IG for a minute. You got all these agents that they rent houses, or they might go to a house and they appear to be in a luxury space. They might rent a fancy car, get a cameraman, make a hell of a video at a property, and put it on social, and it look good to them, all right, and to some people. It might get them a bunch of followers. A bunch of followers does not mean you're doing business, guys. I'm telling you, a bunch of followers does not mean you are doing business. Please do not get caught up in a bunch of followers. All right. So now let's take a look at this. Right. So I was speaking with a young lady, and this young lady, she got her realtor license, and she's coming to me for advice. I looked at her page. And by me looking at her page, I told her, like, hey, listen, I know, hey, you can have a nice body and all this, but you want IG, you telling people you're a realtor, but you half naked, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, not half, you naked, you know what I mean? With, your tail in the air, and you got pictures with like this. I want you to think about something. In your age bracket, right? This person was in their mid to late 30s. A lot of people buying the house are going to be women and families, right? That's the majority. The majority of your home buyers right now are women, and it's going to be families, right? Husband and wife type situation, right? So for that husband and wife type situation, right? If the husband, hey, wife, let's use this agent, and she's showing your IG, and she keeps seeing, you naked with your tail in the air, she gonna fall back. That's not gonna appeal to them, right? If a woman is looking to buy a house, you got your tail in the air, that might not appeal to them. All right, that's what I mean. Like, yeah, there's a crowd for that, but it just might not be real estate agent sales. Now, I want you to think about all the agents y'all see doing this, right? Like, they gotta leave the industry. They gotta do something different. They gotta go get another job, or they got reason being because with real estate, this is actually hard. Like, this takes work. Like, taking nice pictures on the IG, that ain't gonna do it. So you have all these agents that thought that they're gonna get in real estate, make a bunch of money, and fast forward this year alone, over 60,000 agents have left the business. 60,000, guys. You know what I mean? So when you step into real estate, right, you have to have the right mindset, okay? The right mindset to win and succeed, all right, and to close deals. With my strategies that I teach you how to get through this, right? I teach you how to get through this current market climate, because right now it's a mess. You know what I mean? The joint is a mess out here, and I want to get you through that, right? And my students are able to close deals. I'm teaching them, and I'm showing them what to do. These agents, right? Like, when you come into a new space and you're not willing to learn, of course it's going to be hard, but it's going to be harder than somebody who's willing to learn. Like, people think that you are just going to get in real estate and post pictures. No, it don't work like that. What's going to happen? You're going to find yourself at a job, because when you become a realtor, you have fees. You have fees. You got to pay the National Realtor Association. I think it's the National Association of Realtors, the NAR or whatever. And if you've been paying attention lately, they have troubles. They just lost a big lawsuit, right? And this could actually change real estate forever because um, it's something going on. Whereas, man, we might not have to be able to pay a buyer's agent fee. So, as of right now, right, if I list a house for $300,000 and I sell it, right, it's going to be 6% realtor commissions. 6% realtor commissions on 300,000 is 18,000. So what happens? The seller commission be 9,000. The buyer's commission be 9,000. All right. So with that being said, these people, that's what you pay out, right? So 18,000. The buyer get 9,000, seller get 9,000, right? With this lawsuit, man, if everything changes, right? With this lawsuit, man, they change when the seller does not, and the seller pays this, right? This is how it's always been. The seller pays this. So that 18,000 will be on my side of the hood that I gotta pay for these people. And I didn't bring the buyer, right? So now going forward, they might have a situation whereas some states have already started this, whereas the seller is responsible for just the seller's agent, and the buyer is responsible for their agent. And some banks are creating loan programs where you working on creating loan programs where you can finance the buyer's commission. All right, so that 9,000 I wouldn't pay. I would only pay 9,000. For me, this is huge. However, right now in any market climate, your first time home buyers will always purchase, right? So in Charlotte, first time home buyer price points is like $399 below. Let's say that, right? $399 and below. That's going to be your first time home buyer's price point, right? So, and these people always purchase no matter what the climate does. And this is this is my strategy, who I'm going after right now. So if what you'll find is sometimes these people need help closing the house. What do I mean? They need closing costs, right? They need closing costs. They need this closing costs. They need not only they need closing costs, they need they only qualify for so much. So let's say you selling the house for $390. They in front of you, they got $385,000 and they need $5,000 in closing costs. Now, if this is the only buyer I have to work with, I'm gonna work with them, and I've done it before. All right, listen, I sell you the house for $385, and I give you $2,500 in closing costs. How about that to get the deal done? I would do that. You know what I mean? And I have done that, right? And this is what you're gonna have more and more going on because the buyer might be responsible for the buyer side of commission, and this is gonna happen a lot, guys. Well, this is about to get uglier because talking to my realtor friend, there are listings now, right? Whereas the seller get 3%, but the buyer agents get 0. So what's about to happen is buyer's not going to show your house because they get 0, and the buyer might not be able to afford paying them, right? So the seller's agent is only getting paid. This is going to put a lot of buyers out of commission. All right? I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. This is going to put a lot of buyers' agent. More realtors are going to leave now because they're not going to be, it's not a pool of people they can make money from because your average seller is going to say, yeah, I'm not offering the buyer's agent nothing. I'll just pay you, I'll pay them. So a lot of these buyer agents, like the people who are going to make money, that's actually going to slim down now. It's going to slim down, right? So you're going to have more buyer agents leave out, and I got a feeling that AI is going to replace a lot of these agents. And what I mean by that is somebody's gonna figure out a way for a buyer to look at houses, set up his own appointment, and go to the house. Somebody's gonna figure out a way without the agent. Jordan, this will not hurt home buyers. That's a good question. I do not think that will hurt home buyers. It's gonna hurt the agents. Like more agents are gonna lose. unless they're a hustler and they actually do the business, meaning that they're constantly marketing for sellers. Um, they're working with buyers who are actually qualified to finance their commission. You know, so if all I'm concerned about is taking pictures and putting them on the ground, renting cars, going here, the chances are that you know I'm probably not. I don't know how to get the right buyers, right? The buyers who are actually qualified. I'm getting the buyers who qualify for a little bit. Like, so for example, if you qualify for 300,000 in Charlotte, you probably ain't gonna get nothing here, as a buyer. But if you getting buyers that's qualified for 450,000, they be like, yo, I'm looking for something in Charlotte, then you got something to work with, right? And let's say you find them for something for 430, 440, you could then, all right, well, this person can finance my commission. But if they're in that first time home buying price point and they want a house in Charlotte, 399 and below, and it's a chance that they might not be able to afford to finance my commission because they had to spend all their money on the house. So this is going to put buyer's agent out of business. Buyers are going to be going to be okay, all right. But I think somebody's going to figure out a way to automate this, right? They're going to figure out a way to automate this. All right, so moving on, so agents are going to have it real hard, right? Really hard moving forward, right? Now let's get to where the market is today, right? Let's get to where the market is. Right now, there's a shortage of houses. Still a shortage of houses right now. Every major city in America is dealing with this. Definitely a shortage of affordability. Every city is dealing with this. So, let's look at California. Normally, what happens in California, right? What happens in California normally happens in the states, other states after California. California normally gets hit first, right? So, right now, in 2023, there's been a decline in performance of home sales, down 7.2%. All right. They are predicting that house prices drop. House prices have declined 8.8%. All right, 8.8% in California, which is a lot because they house prices be $750,000. You know what I mean? So 8.8%. So they're dropping, right? Same in Charlotte. Stuff is still moving, of course, if it's priced right. All right, it's still moving, but houses are sitting longer. So what happens? Prices have to drop to get looked at. Okay. As far as houses become more affordable, nah. You know what I mean? That's not going to happen this year, right? But things are every market, things are sitting longer. Less and less houses are being sold. Okay. And so, with that being said, the affordability of houses is like right now, right? Let's put this in perspective. Let's say prices drop 10% in Charlotte, right? So, if a house is 300,000, well, if it's now worth 10% less, then it's now worth 270, right? So 30,000. That's the situation we're dealing with, right? California is at 8.8%. Charlotte is very little houses starting to sit. So for flippers, okay, you have to buy right? You have to buy right. And what does that look like, right? Buying right. You have to follow the national average, which is you have to be 70% all in, okay? So if you're 70% all in on a house that's worth $100,000, that means you're in 70,000. If prices drop 10%, which is significant, 10% is significant. If prices were to drop 10% on a $100,000 house, the house is now worth 90. Well, now you have that $20,000 equity spread to play with. You can still sell and get out of it, right? You can still sell and get out of it, which is, very, very is still good, right? Yeah, you don't make as much as you did, but you break even or make something. That's a good day in real estate. You ask me. You know what I mean? You can never go broke making a profit. I have lost money on houses, so I know the way that feeling. So breaking even or making money is totally cool with me. Okay, so right now for rehabs, you have to buy at that 70% mark. You will be able to still continue to go after our market. Our cash buyers still around. Absolutely, they're still around. You can still buy and sell real estate, but you have to be conservative. 2 years ago, you could have, like, if a house is worth 100,000, you could lock it up for 75,000 and sell it for 80,000, and a cash buyer will buy it. Not so much. You have to know what a deal is and how to find a deal in today's market, guys. You have to know. You have to go. Some markets prices are dropping. Are things still moving? Yes. Are things sitting a little longer? Absolutely yes. Now, what is the play? All right. What is the play? All right. I talked about the doom and gloom, but what is the play? One of the plays is new construction. New construction is about to get really popular. It's extremely popular. Buyers have the upper hand. So being that buyers have the upper hand, what are they doing? They get to be real picky and say, I want a house. I don't want nothing somebody lived in. I want one of these new houses because I got to have a garage. I got to have this. I got to have that. So they have that upper hand, right? So new construction is about to get really popular. It's already popular, right? It's about to get real popular with turning up new construction. That's my focus on, right? So I'm trying to stay away from rehabs and focus on new construction and just focus on that, right? So I suggest for the people who don't have cash, who don't have a lot of money, don't have credit, don't worry about that. We're gonna talk about that. With new construction, you do have to have money. Let me say that, unless you get a good deal on land and you create a partnership and you could get in the deal that way. All right. That's how I got into rehab. That's how I got into my first new construction deal. But because it does require having some reserve, right? So I want you guys to think. I want you guys to follow the money. So if more people, right, are looking for, right, new construction, what does that mean for my wholesalers? What does that mean? Well, for what that means for my wholesalers is y'all need to start looking for land. Y'all need to start looking for land. That's what I'm teaching my students, to start going after land. And with land, you could go after land in the major cities or the outskirts or whatever. Right? Like, you have to start going after land. I'm telling you, that's the new play. And with this strategy, right? So you get a lot of people building, including myself. So what's going to happen? People need land. So I'm telling you, like, I was closing a deal. I'm supposed to close tomorrow. Well, I got a 20K assignment spread on land. 20K assignment spread on land. So land is land is the hot thing right now, right? Because you got to supply the builders. So if you're a wholesaler, right, this is what I want you to look into. You want to start looking into pulling a list for land, going out to land. Yes, you can still wholesale houses if you get it for the right prices. But what you're gonna notice, people will be yes, Jordan, land, you gotta be 20% of ARV. So if a house, new construction house sells for 300,000, the most the builder wants to be in that land for 60,000. That's the most, right? So if you get it for 30,000, just know you could probably sell it for 45,000 and move it real fast. All right. So land is the wave. All right. I want you to start. Somebody said, I want to make money my first deal. And it's like nobody answers or want to sell. I want you to start going after land. But it's where you're marketing at. You got to market in the right places. A lot of y'all, like I'm showing my students where to market at. I show them where to market at. You know what I mean? But anyway, guys, all right, so I want you to follow the money. More builders are coming in. Why are more builders coming in? Because there's a shortage on houses. There's a shortage of housing. All right. So people are developing dirt. Okay, that is the play right now. Developing dirt. That's the play. That's what people are doing. And I want you to follow the money. So as a wholesaler, you can start wholesaling land. You can add this. Yeah, you can still do some houses, but you can start going after land to make money at the land as well, guys. And I'm telling you, this is the play. 1 second. Just looking for some information here. So, discussing land, right? So you could get a land list. You could flip this realestatelyst.com. Flip this realestatelyst.com. Flip this real estate list. That's my man Eric. Go holler at my boy Eric. Eric can get you right. You know what I mean? Say, yo, the Duru sent you. Say, nah, sir. Flip this real estate list. You get some land. You can start going after it. But that's the play right now. You can still wholesale houses. Yes, we're still wholesaling houses, but land is the move, right? Okay, land is the move. All right, and I don't want you guys to forget about that. All right, that land is the move. All right, so now what else is going on in the market, right? Houses are starting to sit longer. Buyers are being picky. Now, as far as if you're a retail buyer and you watch this, you want to buy your primary residence, it's best to buy it now, right? It's best to buy it now while there's less competition. Because if you wait till rates go down, now the house is going to be built 100%. You're going to be bidding against all these people because rates are down and the housing market is back hot, right? So please, guys, if you go and buy your residence, buy it now. If duplexes or triplexes are affordable where you live at, and it makes sense to buy that for your first residence. Your first residence doesn't have to be your forever home. Stop looking at it as your forever home. Get into property and buy it, and because this is going to be the time. Don't wait till the market go hot again and numbers is ran up. Okay, so here's the time for the buyer. You can ask for closing costs. 2 years ago, you couldn't. Realtors wasn't even entertaining that. Now, buyers can ask for closing costs, and this is why for my wholesalers, you have to wholesale at the right price and get it to them at the right price. The reason why is because of, right, if you get it at 70, the house worth 100. You get it to the cash buyer for 50. The cash buyer puts 20 into it. He's in all 70, right? Well, when the retail buyer comes to buy the house and he asks for $2,000 in closing costs, he has that spread where it's like, all right, I can do that. Let's make the deal happen. Whereas most people, oh my God, bruh, like, you know what I mean? If you ain't got that spread, you can't do it because you're going to lose, or some people are afraid to break even. You know what I mean? So you got to have that spread. Your numbers got to be right. People are being cautious with their numbers these days because the market did slow down. It's not slowing down. It did slow down. I'm letting you guys know. Things are sitting. So when you do a flip, you gotta look at the area of that property, the area, what kind of area is this in, and who are you appealing to? Like me, right? My last flip, I had 1 bathroom in it, right? And and that was normal for that neighborhood to have 1 bathroom. But I know I wanted to sell and move mine first, fast. So I added the 2nd bathroom. So now it's like, oh wow, all the rest of the houses got 1 bathrooms. I got a 2nd bathroom, so my house sold fast. All right. So because I had that 2nd bathroom, buyers can be picky. It's not 2 years ago where the agents would tell them, yo, just buy something. It don't matter. Just get something just to have something because it's going to go up. No, buyers can be picky. And that's why a lot of buyers are running to new construction. And that's why a lot of developers are coming out and saying, hey, listen, we're building houses. So I want you guys to get your numbers right. How do you get your numbers right? Practice comping properties. If you are on my YouTube channel, I got videos on that. You know what I mean? You go to durudata.com. You get a 7-day free trial. And with that 7-day free trial, you could, practice comping properties, but I got videos on my channel for that, right? So, but that's extremely important that you're going to have to learn, all right? Because we are in the skills economy, all right? You got to have some type of skill or specialized knowledge if you want to survive out here. All right. So the play is now for my wholesalers, right? You to build your money up and to put up, 30, 40,000 to start other strategies of investing, whether it be holding or whatever it may be, right? What I want for you guys to do, I want you guys to start focusing on land and getting your numbers right as far as houses, because it's a lot of builders that need land. All right, that is the new play. Okay, so please, guys, you gotta I don't know if y'all read the book Who Moved My Cheese, but you got to be able to like if somebody moved the cheese, you got to go with the cheese. Like if y'all follow me on IG, I might get slack because somebody said, "Yo, why you showing these old deals or these deals? Show some new deals. Show a bunch of new deals." Which I don't like to show y'all a bunch of wholesale deals because I don't want to get y'all in that mindset that all you're gonna do is wholesale. I've been wholesaling since 2011, November 2011. I got fired from my job September of 2012. Right? I don't want y'all to get caught up in just wholesaling, right? Because the guys who were just wholesaling over the same period of time I was in it, a lot of them had to go back and get jobs. A lot of them look back, they don't own anything, right? And so a lot of people talk about, oh, realtors, they've been realtors for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, and they don't own nothing outside their primary house if they own that. But investors do the same thing. I've seen it. And they don't own no real estate. I want the people who follow me, the people who support me, to get into the mindset of owning assets. Wholesale is cool. Put up 30, 40K. I know it sounds crazy when you don't have it, but you can do this through wholesaling houses. Put that up. Get in a situation where you're like, all right, I'm going to flip this house. I'm going to do the renovation. I'm going to flip it. All right, let's say you made 50 on that. Okay, you made 50. All right, so now you're like, yo, the next one, you know what? This is kind of light. I only got to put 12,000 into it. I'm going to hold this. I'm going to hold this house as a long-term rental. You know what I mean? Now you got one under your belt. Now from there, you play Monopoly. You're going to stack that, right? And you just go put one on top of the other, one on top of the other. Slow motion is better than no motion. You might not buy 50 in a year. That's cool. But I just want you guys to own something. I want you guys to have something. All right? So, moving along, right? Moving along, guys, with this, right? So I want you to I want you guys to think about these new strategies, right? And how to market. The market is slowing down, all right? It's slowing down. Can you make money in this market? Absolutely. I'm closing a 20 piece. It's supposed to close tomorrow. All right, I'm closing a 20 piece. It's supposed to close tomorrow. I got a 30 piece. What was that? Yeah, I got a 30 piece supposed to close next month, right? A big one. These in my business, these are home runs. These are considered home runs. My average fee might be like 7. You know what I mean? But these are like home run deals. And you know what this is? Off of land. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get y'all in the mindset of, yo, let's go after land. Let's make it happen. You know what I mean? As wholesalers. We did the house thing. We can still do the house thing. We can still go to the house, but land is hot right now, bro. And people need it. You know what I mean? Going after foreclosures is sub 2. So now is the time to go after foreclosures. And guess what? If somebody bought their house 3-4 years ago, they might got a 2-3% interest rate. This house I'm in, my interest rate is 2.8. You know what I mean? But they might have a 2.8, a 3, a 4 interest rate. And you could take that sub 2. That is a great way to acquire real estate. That is a great way to build wealth, right? You know what I mean? So listen, foreclosure sub 2 is a great way to go after it. Now, if you guys think 2008 prices are going to come back around, that's not going to happen. All right? It's a shortage of houses. Back then, there was no shortage of houses, and it was backed by fraud. Yes, the big guys on Wall Street, if you see the movie The Big Short, you know what I'm talking about. There was fraud being committed, probably all over the country, because you literally went. I was 24. I was able to buy a house. 24, I was able to buy a house. You know what I mean? Because at that time, you just went to the loan officer, right? You went to the loan officer, and as long as you had a post, as long as you had a post, he told you what you made and then got a house. So it was a bunch of fraud going on. This is not backed by fraud. The big guys on Wall Street have already committed to these big banks stating, hey, listen, whatever you take back, put us down for 18 million. We're gonna buy 18 million of that off the rip. Or at a time. You sell us one package for 18 million, sell us another. Because right now, build to rent. I want y'all to follow the money. Wall Street is doing build to rent. What up, though, to my Detroit lady contractor, Asia. You know I love you. And I need some of that Detroit food. I'll be missing it. What's that? Detroit Motown Deli? That pastrami was hitting. But anyway, build to rent is the move. I want y'all to follow the money. What is Wall Street doing? Wall Street is doing build to rent. They want to own a large portion of houses in America, okay? A portion of houses in America, and keep you as a renter. You are going to be a renter, okay? That's what they want you to do. Just rent, right? So what does that mean though? Like what you heard about this. So if you got to depend on them, you got to depend on the man for the paycheck, right? So you going to get your paycheck, all right? And then you going to give it right back to them because you got to rent. All right? So what does that mean? The average American has about $80,000 in their retirement account by the time they retire. $80,000. Is that enough to retire and live the rest of your life? Retirement age is 59 and a half. All right? Is that enough to retire? Job age, 65. 65, you retire in most spots, or 20 years, whatever they have it, 25 years, you're eligible for retirement, whatever. So, all right. In previous years, this is how this will work. In previous years, you get retirement age, right? Your house is paid off, all right? In previous years, right? Your house is paid off. But you bought your house for $110,000 in 1988. Your house is now paid off, right? It's joint, man, like, yo, it's paid off. So I'm gonna just go ahead and sell it. The house is worth $350,000. In previous years, right? The person want to retire and just downsize. They will sell that house for $350,000. They get the money, all right? They then go downsize, get a small house, right? Because they don't need that much of a house anymore. They raise their kids, they go downsize, and they got the cash put up along with their retirement account. If you become a renter who depends on renting, when you get to retirement age, you will have nothing to show for it but paying more rent. Okay? This is why you should put yourself in position to buy a house, okay? Put yourself in position to buy a house, guys. All right, so moving along, right? Guys, I got more, listen, I can give you detailed strategy. If you're open to detailed strategy of how to make money in this market, how to move around, where do I go to get the land list? Where do I go to get the land buyers? Where are they at? What do? I suggest you join my 5-day challenge. Right, if you're watching this, right, before I open up for Q&A, if you're on IG and you're open to, joining my 5-day challenge, just type the word challenge, you'll get the link. If you're on YouTube, I want you to go to realestatemoneychallenge.com. realestatemoneychallenge.com. That is realestatemoneychallenge.com, and buy a ticket. Now, if you want my platinum ticket, if you put the code FLIP in, FLIP, that's FLIP, FLIP, you'll get $100 off my platinum ticket. And that'll get you, you'll spend about 2.5 hours with me for 5 days straight. My students don't even get that much time. 2.5 hours with me. So what does that mean? We'll be on the call for about 6 to 8:30. Okay? You get to ask me questions. You get a VIP mixer day, so you can talk to other VIP students and mix with them. That's realestatemoneychallenge.com. So you get that day as well. so that y'all can talk with other VIP. We're gonna get the private Facebook group. You get to ask me questions. So you can ask me questions about the market. You can ask me questions about this, that, and third. That's realestatemoneychallenge.com. Now I want to open it up for questions, right? But if you open to it, like I got three tiers. I got the $4.97. You can use the code FLIP. No, you my IG people, you gotta type challenge to get the link, and then on checkout you put the code FLIP in. All right, so you could get that. You could get that. I got the $4.97 with the $100 off. It's $3.97, right? Then we got the $2.97, and then we got the $97 for general admission. You get the 5-day. You're in on the 5-day challenge. You get all the information. You could go implement. I'm trying to transform your lives in this 5-day because we're going to get it. All right, so guys, listen, right? realestatemoneychallenge.com. I want to open up for Q&A. Let me get some questions. Let me get some questions. What questions do y'all got? Yeah, y'all, you want to be a part of this challenge. This challenge is going to be crazy. I'm gonna transform your life. I'm gonna bring on my connects. So you gonna meet my connects, like my secret, where I get my secret list from. We gonna get to all that, bro. Like we gonna kill them. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give y'all some game. We gonna spend 2.5 hours away. You know what I mean? Like 2.5 is gonna be from like 6 to 8:30, 6 to 8. You know what I mean? My VIP, my platinum people, y'all gonna be asking me questions. Y'all get to ask me questions. We get on before. Just a private setting for you. This is the closest you gonna get to one-on-one with me. I do not sell my time. I have not had a job in over 10 years. The reason why I have not had a job in over 10 years is because I actually do this business, so you can ask me all your questions. All right? So what questions, my YouTube people, if you have any questions, please type it in the comments. I can see it in the comments. IG people, let me look at your questions. Oh, okay. The brain behind that business. Thank you, Brain, for joining. Thank you for joining, bro. I really appreciate that. Any questions? Do you still invest in? Girl, absolutely, Jordan. My other one is finally about to be done. It's finally about to be done. For those who don't know, the communal model, right? So I'm trying to bring affordability to the market, so I'm charging by the room. Some of you is gonna sound crazy, but in the one I have, the highest I get a month is maybe like 1,100. It's maybe like 1,100 a month for a room. The other rooms are like 1,000. With this one, I'm gonna test out like I'm gonna get like 300 a week for a room, so I'm gonna get more. Now, some people is like, yo, that's not affordable. Well, the average one bedroom in Charlotte is $1,600 a month, and you have to make $61,000. Somebody on IG did mention that house prices are going up, but not wages. So there's the average salary, right? Average salary in America is like 59,000. 59,000 is like the average salary in America. So if that's average, there's a lot of people not making average. Especially if you notice if you from my side of the tracks. All right, average could be far fetched for some people. Yes, there are people out here making $20 an hour, $22 an hour. So what I do, I can rent them rooms so they can get on their feet and get their life together. These people be so grateful. But yes, I'm still investing in communals. Yes, the Facebook group and all that's going to be open, Latasha. So please ask me questions. Somebody said, what are you going to track? The interest rate? You could go to Google and just ask, like, what's today's interest rate, etc. That's how I do it, because I follow it as well. And they give you, like, a bunch of mortgage sites. So I follow that as well. I follow that as well. Let me get... Oh, wow. Somebody got some good questions on YouTube. Can we still wholesale during this time of year? Yes. You want to know why? People need money. Now, traditionally, this is a slow time for retail real estate, right? Traditionally, it is. Even in the real estate investing business. But people need money. Why do people need money? For the holidays. So, yes, you can still wholesale this time of year. Yes, November to December, people still need money. Will your response rates and everything drop? Yes, it will drop. But you can still wholesale because people need money, and people like me, we need inventory as well, right? The cash buyers need inventory, regardless of what. So if you come to me to get deal, you think I'm gonna say, nah, man, you know, it's November, it's December, man, I'm focused on Santa Claus. Nope. I want to grab that before my competitor get it. All right? Somebody said, please list some other people that I follow to learn from. I believe. Oh, that's my friend Asia. Okay. Well, Asia, if you come out, I don't know if you're busy. You come out to the meeting. She's in Charlotte. You come out to the meeting Monday. Um, you gonna come out to the meeting Monday. The meetup in Charlotte. My Charlotte people, I got a meetup Monday, 6 to 9:30 p.m. Monday, which is because I know some of y'all YouTube gonna be Monday the 6th. Monday the 6th, which is election day. But Monday the 6th, I have a meetup at Heist Brewery, the 28206 location. All right, 28206 location. And at that, we're going to have one of my mentors, right? Jay Parker. That's who I learned from. That's who I consider a mentor. As far as who I follow on IG, you got my man. There's a few real guys. I can't think of everybody, but there's definitely a few real guys. You know what I mean? They don't call themselves Duru, but I call them Durus. Definitely Mr. Robertson, Tony Robertson Sr. is his name. Tony Robertson Sr. He's a Duru. He's yeah. Beyond Win out there in Cleveland, the Midwest. Beyond Win. You know what I mean? He a real dude, real solid dude. My man Jeff down in Atlanta. It's a few real ones down in Atlanta that's really getting it. You know, Uncle Bill, my man Bill. There's a few people I follow. I just can't think of all their names of everything right now. But yo, my man from Memphis just came, man, Jeremy Smith. But I don't know all the IG handles. Age, if you get with me, I could probably, show you. But yeah, it's a few real dudes that's actually do the business, etc. You know what I mean? And guys, when I say actually do the business, I mean really do real estate. You know what I mean? Really do it, own real estate, etc. Because that's who I want y'all to be, to own real estate. Okay? I need y'all to own real estate. Roxy says she get a lot of land leads. Roxy, I need you to start making money off those if you're not. But yeah, that's the play right now. And if you're in the Charlotte area, please tap in with me because I'm definitely buying land. All right? So again, the realestatemoneychallenge.com. If you want IG, just type the word challenge. You get the link in your box. Oh my God, Brad, you asked that question. I ain't even gonna say that name. We talked about him in the first part, but no, Chris Jefferson, legit. That's my boy. We go way back. Yeah, me and Chris Jefferson, we go way back. From 2000. Ask Chris, he know me. Like we text all the time. I know y'all don't see it. We don't link up as much. I mean, but we got a group chat and everything. Chris Jefferson, we call him CJ. He legit. You know what I mean? He really do real estate. He was running it up like way back then. Like, he was probably like the only young dude I know that he was doing like 30 plus houses a year, rehabs and bills and all that, man. So I want to say he had like $1 million business since his 20s. I ain't do my seven figures till like 35. You know what I mean? I'm 40 now, so I ain't do my first seven till like 35, man. But yeah, he legit though. Am I buying land in Rockingham? I'm not buying land in Rockingham, guys. I got land in Michigan for sale. Denzel Davis on YouTube has land for Michigan. I don't buy in Michigan. Hey, do I let cash buyers see assignment contract and original contract? Wow, that's a good question. So look, somebody on YouTube said, do I let the cash buyer see my assignment in my original contract? Technically, you're supposed to let them see it. All right. The reason now, on your original contract, you can black out the contract. You can black out the contract and then scan that in and send that to them so you can't see the price. But yes, because they have to know what they're being assigned because you're assigning them the contract. So they have to know what they're being assigned. So technically, yes, you have to let them see. Some just need to see the assignment, but some will need to see that. Thank you, Asia, for posting the address to Heist Brewery. Our only place I buy is the Charlotte, North Carolina area. Charlotte, North Carolina area. Yeah, B Investment said he into you. So yeah, CJ cool. He cool people. That's my boy. That's my guy. He legit too. Ain't like I want y'all to be careful when y'all go on social media and people always gotta show y'all things. Like they gotta show y'all things. Like they don't tell you nothing about the business. They don't show you no house. They always sitting behind the desk. I want you to be skeptical. I want you to be very skeptical. Um, about that. Now, of course, you got some guys on IG like my man Nick Perry, Eric Klein. They legit. They like legit. All right, you know what I mean. Like, don't play with them boys. They legit. You know what I mean. But yeah, they be like they in the office because they got everything 100% automated. Like they super legit. Like they killing it out there. So yeah, you got them guys like that, but yeah, but be mindful of some of these people that claim they do the business. You know what I mean? Claim they do the business. All right. Not everybody does it. Oh my boy, man, Abram Mitchell out there in Nashville, super legit. You know what I mean? But it's a lot of people that's legit, but just be mindful of these false prophets, man. We in the social media age, and a lot of these guys are trying too hard for y'all to like them. And what I mean by that, they trying too hard for y'all to like them. They going out and buying things instead of focusing on the business and getting things done. All right. So, and a lot of people are right now, bro. A lot of people getting their cars repossessed. You know what I mean? Alhamdulillah, I'm not in that situation, so I'm not clowning nobody. But what I'm saying is, just focus on what you do instead of trying to focus on showing off and be cool. All right. So, thank you, Jara. Duru Squad. She's in Duru Squad. Oh, thank you, bro. Who's that? B Investment. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, appreciate that, man. But yeah, Jara, she in the Duru Squad. So she's a client. I work with her. But yeah, man. Look, I got the Real Estate Money Challenge coming up. Real Estate Money Challenge, my IG people. Just comment challenge, you'll get the link. Join that. Try to get a platinum ticket because you're going to spend 2.5 hours consistently every day with me. All right? Every day with me. You're going to ask me questions. You're going any questions you got about real estate. I have been full time at this over 10 years. I've been involved in real estate since '07. All right? So yeah, make sure you join that. All right? Do you know any good hard money or private money lenders? Yes, I actually do. Um Hey, DJ Jones. Yes. Denzel, I want you to Google Lima One Capital. Lima One Capital, ifundcities.com, ifundcities.com, plural, ifundcities. Ask for my man Eric. He can help you out. Lima1capital.com, Lima1capital.com. You can get hard money over there. Somebody said, would I use Fiverr for cold callers or not? No, I would not. I would not use Fiverr for cold callers. The site I use. Let me just grab that for you. That particular site that I use, so that you can have access to that. And guys, and these questions that y'all got from me, and normal. And if you join the challenge, I can answer these. You know what I mean? Get y'all right. Get y'all on the right track. Make sure it works. Make sure everything works. Get y'all on the right track because, I'm gonna get y'all right. Now, if you go to callstormers.com, callstormers.com, put the link right here. Hold on. Hey, I put the link in the chat. Those are the cold calls I got that I use. I don't like Fiverr because you get a low quality person who just want to make money. I want somebody who's gonna be dedicated to me, make a bunch of calls, and go. Now YouTube, I put the link in the comments on YouTube. So my YouTube folks, if you want to click that link, if you need a cold caller, that you can have them run the business. They are $6.50. You get a better accent. They're out of Egypt. I like Egypt cold callers because you get a better accent, and you get a better quality person. All right. All right. Oh, thank you, Jara, so much. Now, any more? It's 8:05. I'm gonna answer about two more questions. Any more questions? Oh, Ghostwriter, good question. Do I get paperwork done first, then drop it off to the title company? That's what I do. I get the paperwork first, so I sign it to the buyer, and then I drop it off. The only time I send it over for title, if I know I got like a great deal. If I got a great deal, oh no, this is gonna sell easy. You know what I mean? But if you know it, get the buyer stuff and everything, and then send it over for title. All right, let me see any other questions before we wrap this joint up, man. Like, listen, I want y'all to go to Real Estate Money Challenge. All right, you get a $97 ticket. If you just want to get in and witness this, like get a $97 ticket. If nothing changes, nothing changes. All right, VIP $297. You get an extra call with me. You get you get an extra call with me. You can sit in on the Q&A. You can spend time with me, right? The platinum, you can ask questions. I'm gonna answer your questions. We're gonna get in there. I'm giving you $100 off the platinum ticket, so you wanna grab that. All right. Who does your title work? 24-hour closing. 24-hour closing. Just Google 24-hour closing if you are in the North Carolina area. They service multiple places. All right. So guys, what I'm gonna do at this point. Yes, the 24-hour closing does everything. 24-hour closing does everything. They're gonna do your title work, they're gonna close it out, they're gonna do all that. Alright. Alright, so wrapping this up, right? I wanna make sure y'all go to the Real Estate Money Challenge. And buy a ticket, join the challenge. It's from November 13th to the 18th. Yo, listen, I'm trying to transform your lives, right? All right, so I will see you guys. Thank you to my YouTube people from joining. All right, thank you. Please, comment. If you're not subscribed. My IG people, y'all know y'all always show me love. I appreciate that. So what I'm gonna do at this time, I'm gonna end it. Thank you for joining me, and let's go watch some football.